Okay, Assalamualaikum semua. Okay, our next lecture 6 I think. Okay, anatomy of the hand. Okay, so kita belajar hand, muscle, bone, innervation, blood supply and specific structure yang pertaining to the hand ya. Okay. Okay, for the first section ni kita belajar pasal, we learn about bone and muscle of the hand. Okay. Okay, ni I have mentioned to you before this kan. I have shown you this picture before this. Okay, the first is a carpal bone. Okay, ni scaphoid, lunate, triquetral, pisiform, trapezium, trapezoid, pterygium. Okay. Ni pun mnemonic ni I dah mention, dah introduce you before this. Okay, you pernah hafal dah kan? All the muscle. This is the metacarpal bone. Ada 5 metacarpal bone. Okay. And then all the phalanges. Okay. The one that you need to remember is thumb. Because all thumb only have proximal and distal phalanx. Okay. Tak ada ni middle phalanx as compared to the medial 4 digit ni. Okay. To carpal bone. Ini pun I've mentioned previously yang proximal bone, distal bone. Okay. And then here, okay, scaphoid and lunate directly, okay, directly articulate with a radius to form a wrist joint. Ataupun nama lain, the word is radiocarpal joint, okay. Why I said scaphoid and lunate directly articulate with radius? Because yang distal and radius ni memang dia directly lah articulate dengan scaphoid and lunate. Okay. Yang triquetrum ni, dia tak directly involved with the bone. Articulate with the bone. Sebab dekat distal end of ulna, okay, ada articular disc. Ya. Now, if you can see from the picture here ni, distal end of radius, dia directly articulate dengan scaphoid and lunate kan. So, kalau ikutkan sini, here it does not attach pun dengan ulna, distal end of head of ulna ni, triquetrum, pisiform lagi lah. Okay, this is just a small bone. Dia tak ada articulation dengan triquetrum. But actually ni scaphoid, lunate directly articulate dengan distal end of radius. Tapi you can see here ni, the bone itself, the head of ulna itself tak attach, tak articulate with the carpal bone, but ni articular disc in the wrist joint yang articulate with the carpal bone. Okay. But as compared to proximal carpal bone, yang distal carpal bone, all of distal carpal bone articulate with metacarpal bone ya. All distal carpal bone articulate with metacarpal bone. Okay, and it forms an anterior concavity known as carpal groove, which is converted into tunnel by flexor retinaculum, and this structure called carpal tunnel. Okay, ni I mention tadi yang carpal bone forming anterior concavity here to accommodate this flexor tendon and also nerve, and this anterior concavity turns into a tunnel by encloses, all the structure encloses inside this tunnel due to ni lah flexor retinaculum. Attachment of flexor retinaculum ni membuatkan this structure enclosed in a tunnel called carpal tunnel. Okay. Okay, now muscle of the hand. Muscles of the hand ni, dia ada extrinsic and intrinsic. Okay. Okay, muscle of the hand. Extrinsic, external lah. Dia daripada luar. Okay. Not within the hand. Okay. Either from flexor muscle or extensor muscle. Okay. This tendon of extensor and flexor muscle ni kan reaching out to your hand kan. But this is the extrinsic muscle of the hand. Okay. And extrinsic muscle ni biasanya dia involved in crude movement or forceful grips ke, okay, yang labor action from the hand, okay, as compared to intrinsic ni the small muscle of the hand, okay, dia memang origin insertion dia semua dari hand kepada hand, okay. So this muscle kita kata dia fine, responsible for fine motor function, okay. Dia yang all the meticulous small things semua ni, musician, okay, usually inilah intrinsic muscle lah yang responsible for that movement, okay. And then intrinsic muscle, example of intrinsic muscle ni we divide into 3 groups here, okay. Thenar muscle, hypothenar, and this is other intrinsic muscle lah kan. Thenar muscle, okay, thenar is here, yang besar ni, the big one. Okay, the most prominent one is thenar. Ni hypothenar. Smaller lah kan. Hypo lah. Okay, hypothenar. Okay. 3 muscle and 3 muscle. 3 muscle that forms thenar muscle is opponent pollicis. Remember, I mentioned yang pollicis, all the pollicis is related to thumb. Okay. Opponent pollicis. Opponent by the name itself, opponent pollicis, dia pun responsible in opposition of your thumb, ya. Thumb ni adalah opposition this action, kita namakan dia opposition. So opponent pollicis, abductor pollicis brevis, abductor pollicis brevis, okay, dan flexor pollicis brevis, okay. Opponent pollicis, abductor pollicis brevis, flexor pollicis brevis, okay. So, semua pollicis dekat thumb. Yang hypothenar muscle pula ada opponent digiti minimi, opponent juga, okay. Tapi digiti minimi, digitorum, digiti minimi, small finger ni, fifth finger, opponent digiti minimi, abductor digiti minimi, okay. Dia ada its own abductor. Thumb pun ada abductor dia, abductor pollicis brevis, abductor digiti minimi is the fifth finger ni, and then flexor digiti minimi brevis, okay, macam bukan sama je kan. Opponent pollicis, dia opponent digiti minimi, okay. Abductor pollicis brevis, abductor digiti minimi, okay. Flexor pollicis brevis, flexor digiti brevis, okay. Digiti minimi brevis, okay. And then kita ada adductor pollicis. Adductor pollicis kat sini tau, okay. Adductor pollicis. So nama adductor pollicis lagi, thumb lah kan. So dia akan adduct the thumb, okay. Adductor pollicis kat sini, adduct the thumb. Interossei dia ada anterior and posterior. Interossei ni small muscle between your metacarpal. Okay. Anterior 3 muscle, okay, 3 palmar muscle lah, 3 palmar interossei muscle dekat anterior. Dekat posterior ni ada 4 dorsal interossei muscle, okay. And then ada palmaris brevis. Nanti aku tunjuk gambar. Here the picture ni anterior view tau. Ni dekat palm lah kira ni, okay. So we have opponent pollicis, abductor pollicis brevis dengan flexor pollicis brevis, okay. Flexor pollicis brevis ni pun dia, okay, kalau tengok ya, dia ada superficial head and deep head sini. Flexor pollicis brevis ada superficial head. Kita cut superficial head ni, nampak deep head, okay. All this muscle, opponent pollicis, abductor pollicis and flexor pollicis brevis, superficial, dia di-innervate by median nerve, okay. All this blue muscle, 1, 2, 3 ni. Blue muscle, blue font is from median nerve, okay. Yang the black one ni, flexor digiti minimi brevis, here, okay. Abductor digiti minimi. Ni, abductor ni bila kita cut this muscle, then you can expose flexor digiti minimi brevis dan opponent digiti minimi. Okay, kalau you tak cut ni tak nampak. Okay, so this muscle comes first, superior atau above these two muscle dekat hypothenar ya. And all these three muscle innervated by ulnar nerve, including deep head of flexor pollicis brevis. Ni pun innervated by ulnar. Okay. Yang adductor ni, adductor tadi adduct the thumb kan, adductor muscle. This is not a thenar muscle tau. Even though this is a big muscle, it is not part of thenar muscle. It is just stand on its own lah, adductor pollicis, and it is supplied by ulnar nerve. So banyak ulnar nerve. Hand, mainly the muscle of the hand is supplied by ulnar nerve. That's why ulnar nerve ni musician hand, musician nerve. Okay, median nerve is labor nerve. Sebab yang intrinsic muscle kebanyakannya disupply by ulnar nerve. Okay, so how you want to remember the location of the thenar and hypothenar muscle ni kan? So you see here opponent pollicis. Okay, opponent pollicis tepi sekali. Sama juga dengan opponent digiti minimi kan? You see here, this is opponent digiti minimi. So the most lateral and medial part, okay, opponent pollicis here and opponent digiti minimi pun the most outer side lah kan, lateral or medial side. And then diikuti followed by abductor pollicis brevis and abductor digiti minimi. If you can see here, abductor is the second muscle lah kan. Kita boleh kata sini, ni abductor digiti minimi, abductor pollicis brevis, sebab when you abduct, okay, you imagine the muscle, okay, contract untuk abduct. Okay, sini pun untuk abduct, dia tarik the muscle. So after opponent pollicis followed by abductor pollicis brevis, then baru flexor. Okay, abductor dulu, dia kena dekat outer part lah sebab nak abduct kan. Okay, opponent pollicis, abductor pollicis, flexor. Opponent, abductor and flexor. Sama juga sini, opponent digiti minimi, abductor, flexor. Okay. So we have covered thenar muscle and hypothenar muscle and also adductor pollicis. Now kita move to lumbricals pula ya. Lumbrical muscle, kita tengok sini ya. Okay. So nak tengok origin insertion of lumbrical. Ni view from anterior tau, palm of the hand. The origin is actually from tendon of flexor digitorum profundus. How do you know this is flexor digitorum profundus? You tengok sini. Okay. Dia terus above kan. The one yang split here, split at the distal part of the tendon and attached to the side of middle phalanx is what? Flexor digitorum superficialis kan. So, but ni adalah tendon of flexor digitorum profundus. So, dia originate from side of tendon digitorum profundus attached to radial side of each proximal phalanx. Tengok ni semua. Kan ni, proximal phalanx, proximal phalanx, proximal phalanx, proximal phalanx. So, dia attached to radial side. Okay. Radial side of proximal phalanx. Including extensor expansion. Ni extensor expansion. You see here. Ni, tendon, extensor digitorum. Punya tendon. Ni, flexor, yang extensor belakang lah kan, posterior. Ni anterior flexor digitorum profundus punya tendon. Originate from side of flexor digitorum profundus tendon. Insert dekat radial side of proximal phalanx, and juga dia involve sekali ke, dia attach sekali tu di extensor hood of the digit. Ya.